Hi, welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl and I'm out here in Saskatchewan visiting my sister. She is in a zone 3 here, the same as us in British Columbia. She's a zone 3 here as well. And we've been out here for almost a week so far, and we've had a lot of really good times. We had our two aunties came out, my mom's sisters, to come out and visit. They live in Regina, Saskatchewan, and they came out to visit us. We played a lot of games of cards, had a lot of great food, and a lot of good laughs. And so they only came out for 2 nights while we were here, and then we actually went into Regina because that's where my mom and dad's burial plots are, and we made a little visit to them. So today we are going to be mowing the lawn, and I have a ride-em lawnmower and so does she, but she has a zero-turn lawnmower, and so she's doing the outside perimeter of the lawn, and then she's going to show me how to mow the lawn, and I am going to be doing that as well. We have been out doing a bit of gardening. We tied up some of her tomatoes. Some of the tomatoes, they've had some pretty crazy windy. It's pretty windy here in Saskatchewan, but they had some pretty crazy windy, rainy, like torrential downpour, and these poor tomatoes just snapped right off. And so we were going to tie them up, but they were broken, a couple of them. Some they were able to tie them up. We've been picking lots of cucumbers out of her garden, and we've picked a few tomatoes, not as many as we picked when I was here last year. And she's tried digging up some potatoes too, but they haven't done very well either. So I'm just going to stop because all I can hear is the lawnmower right now. So we're going to do a little tour of her garden. So she has quite a large garden area, in-ground garden. She has been doing some of the cattle panels so that she can stake her tomatoes. She's got some peas growing on here. So let's take a closer look. This is her broccoli. She was telling me that this is her aspabroc, and it's kind of a cross between an asparagus and broccoli. I see a lot of it has gone to flower. I'm not sure what type of onions these are. She started her onions from seed inside as well, and they don't seem to be doing as well as the onions did last year. Very nice looking marigolds. Here she has her beans as well. These are in the front here, these are the dragon tongue bush beans. She has quite a few that are ready to be picked here. And as we go down in the row, now I'm not sure if these are all dragon tongue bush beans or, oh, these are down here at this end. These are the burgundy, the royal burgundy bush beans. And then we go to another type of bush bean, but I'm not sure what those are. She likes yellow beans, so it's probably what that is. I want to come over here. Look at that head of cauliflower. Like it looks like it's a very nice head, no bug damage on it. There's another one, and then we have another one there. Like, that is beautiful. I can't wait to go home and check my cheddar cauliflower. Looks like we have a volunteer tomato here. I wonder if she knows that. Here she has celery, and then we're going into her snow peas. She grows the snow peas and I grow the snap peas. But look at that, all the pretty flowers on there. I think this is the gray mammoth snow peas. And let's come around down this side. Here she has her cucumbers, and like I say, we've been picking a lot of cucumbers, but I come down here and I seen a huge cucumber. I don't know what variety that is, but look at how big that cucumber is. It's massive. I don't think she has seen that. Oh, she's got another cucumber there. And then I'm not sure what she's got growing at this end, if that's radishes or maybe the Hakiri turnip. And she's got quite a bit of dill. Look at these cabbages. Some of these are just like really nice. I'm going to come over to this side and we'll come down here. I'm not sure what type of variety, and notice here she is using the hula hoops. She's cut the hula hoop in half, and then she had the cloth protection, but she's taken it off now. But this cabbage here is about to split. So we were noticing this last night, and she needs to get out here and pick that. And then another really nice cabbage. Look at here. We got a little ladybug on here. Now this pepper here, I think this is the lemon spice jalapeno pepper. And then as we come down here, she has just regular jalapenos. And oh, this one here is actually the shishito pepper. She has 3 plants of shishito, but this one is the only one that actually has shishitos. She's not sure what the heck this is. It looks like some kind of like a Hungarian, like a type of a banana pepper. They're supposed to, all 3 of these are supposed to be shishitos, but these other 2 are clearly not shishitos. And she's got some carrots growing in here, some more onions. Looks like a red onion there. And then we were tying up her tomatoes, and we even picked a few of her tomatoes. So she's got them up on the cattle panels. And instead of the T-posts, she used rebar, because that's what they had lots of. So even if I come back over here onto this arbor side, she has used rebar to set up these panels. And that works too. So let's come down here. There's some ripe tomatoes there. These tomatoes here, these are, I'm trying to look at her tag. What are these? Oh, these are the Oxheart tomatoes. Cool. She's got some ripening there. And then these are a different kind. And she's got one here that's ripe. What's this? This is the Cherokee Purple, but she's got that one down there that's ripening on that side. And then here are her jalapenos, and some of these are quite a nice size. These 4 peppers are all jalapenos. She's got a lovely amount of basil here. Then over here we have the banana peppers, and She usually grows sweet banana peppers. She's not one for growing a hot banana pepper. And then we got, these look like they're a shishito, but I could be wrong. And then in behind here, more tomatoes. These ones I know, these black ones, this is the indigo rose. We haven't found any that are ready to be picked. Then we have the Romas. And I'm not sure which these are. This, let me take a closer look. The black crim. And then these, trying to see, what are these? Bumblebee. And look how they have the cute little streaks going through them. I don't see any that are ripe yet.
First time with a zero-turn mower. Figuring out her direction. And I've been there, done that. She's getting the hang of it. She turns on the mower like I do with the semi. The big, wide turn. You don't run over anything that way. Getting the pivot. Now she's getting the hang of outlining. Give her some challenges.
Okay, it looks like the garden tour is over. So she gets, every time I come out here, she has me working on a different machine. Last year when I was out here, I did the ride on rototiller, and that was an experience, but it was a lot of fun. So then she has me on the zero turn lawnmower, and I didn't run anything over. I thought I was going to run her over when I first started, but thank goodness I didn't. So she wants me to come out here and pick some of the vegetables that are ready, because I told her I was looking at the dragon tongue bush beans and there seemed to be quite a few on here. So, and she said when she looked at them there was nothing on here. And I says, well, this one is definitely loaded with beans. And so then she asked me if I could pick the beans, pick the big cucumber I seen, and also to cut out those cabbages, those big cabbages, because that one I showed you is about to split. So we're going to cut out that cabbage and take it in. She's going to Saskatchewan tomorrow for her stepdaughter's birthday, and they live in Saskatchewan, so she's going there for that, and she's taking her one of her cabbages, so that's pretty awesome. I don't see anything else in these dragon tongue bush beans. I'm going to go through and look through the rest of her beans and see if there's anything else that needs to be picked. So I have here at her tomato, we had tied up some tomatoes and then I noticed that this one had fallen over, and this is the black crim. But on this side down below there's another branch here, and I am just going to cut this off because I'm not going to try and tie this up as well. So I'm just going to cut it off right here. And there. And I've only wasted one little tiny tomato, but I've left it so that those 3 tomatoes will still have a chance here. When they start growing like that, I mean, when you have a tomato plant that's growing off on the side, like this is just a gnarly looking one of the little suckers that grows in the elbows of the tomato plant. This is a gnarly little sucker that got away. So we're just going to cut this off. I picked a bunch of her beans. She has dragon tongue bush beans, the French fillet bush beans, then she has a yellow bean, and she also has the royal burgundy beans. So we got 2 ice cream buckets of beans, so that's pretty good. I picked that huge cucumber that I was showing you, but I'm gonna go and thin out her beets for her too, because they are definitely need to be thinned out. So I'm gonna go do that for her next. So the boys are getting ready they're going to be going out in the fields. So they are getting all the machines ready. There's if you see that big blue thing coming off to the side, that's the auger, and that's what they use to fill up the truck with whatever crop that they're picking up. So they do canola, barley, oats, and there's a third cereal crop that I can't think of what it is. And they want to get all their machines ready so that they can start picking up all those crops and start harvesting. So that's what the boys are busy doing today.
Welcome to the mobile office for harvest, aka the combine. So we are in the barley crop. It's not looking really stellar. It kind of looks like a flat mass. It's kind of, crop is kind of like hair. You don't like flat hair, you don't like flat crop. So You see, some of these little sprigs here are actually standing up. That's what you'd like the whole field to be like. But it's not. Not this year. Maybe next year it will be. But anyways, we are still able to pick it up. And I'm going to show you the monitor over here. I'm doing a blazing 2.5 miles an hour. That's actually pretty good this year. You can see our yield is fluctuating here, 98. It was up at 105 and 107. Our moisture is 11.7, which for barley is dry. Oh, and there, my combine is telling me it's 3/4 full. So the grain cart, which there's Fred in the other combine, and right over there, that is Aaron in the grain cart. And as soon as I get to that end of the field, I'm going to turn around and dump into the grain cart while we're still moving. And hopefully we get it all into the grain cart, because then from the grain cart it goes into the grain truck. From the grain truck it goes into the grain bin. That's its happy place until it goes off to a terminal someplace. So we'll let you see what it's like to unload into the grain cart in a second. So I've put out my auger. There's the grain cart that the grain is going to go into as soon as I press the button. There we go. So now, there we go. We're emptying into the grain cart. Now, there's the grain cart operator, Aaron, our son-in-law, who is absolutely brilliant at pretty much everything around here. And he knows exactly where he needs to be and when he needs to be there. Kind of like my combine. So when I turned around, I pressed my auto steer button. So my combine took over steering. I govern the speed with this as my throttle. And I want to watch my engine load and my funnels along the bottom. That's what tells me when I need to be doing something. Right now, oh yikes, that was a stone if you heard that. When I get to the end of this run, I need to empty the stone trap. Okay. And now I'm empty. And there he goes.
We're gonna finish our little tour. So here, here we have the asparagus. Asparagus is finished for the season, so then you let it fern out like this, and then you'll cut it back once they're dried up. Down on the other side of the asparagus, this is her raspberry patch. And I got some of my raspberries from Sandy, and as you can see, they have quite an established raspberry patch. After that, we have kohlrabi, and she has the green kohlrabi. I'm going to come in on this side because you can see the kohlrabi better from this angle. So we have some green kohlrabi. Then she has the purple kohlrabi as well. And this is another type of kohlrabi. And she has told me, but I can't remember which one this is. Some more onions down there. And then she's set up a couple of raised beds. She wants to get into the raised bed gardens more. The more she watches other videos, the more she wants to do it herself. So in this first one, we have a mix of onions, beets, peppers, lettuce, and she has quite a few different varieties. She has the baby beets, she has the bull's blood beets, and then she has the mix of the lettuce, a bit of some Swiss chard, and then she has romaine at the end, some more onions. In this little bed, it looks to be just carrots. And then over here she has more onions, a rosemary plant, looks like some dill at the other end. And here are her Brussels sprouts. Now she just started having Brussels sprouts forming onto the plants. So we suggested to cut off the bottom branches of the Brussels sprouts. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to thin out her beets. So I've got a seat all set up for me, and I'm going to thin out her beets for her. This is the stuff I enjoy doing. Just going to adjust my camera up a bit. See if that's better. That's my head's not cut off. Okay, so these are the baby beets, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some of these beets to make room for the other ones to get bigger. Like these are some pretty nice looking beets, and I'm just going to see, looks absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to take out a center beet in between two other beets to make some room. Try just to pick out one beet and not like 2 or 3 at the same time. Here's another one that looks pretty good. And I'm going to do the same with her bull's blood beets as well. She's got, looks like cayenne peppers. Maybe they're serrano peppers. Her husband Tom likes hot peppers. Her and I do not. And we've actually been out here for, like I say, for almost a week. We're heading back to BC tomorrow, early in the morning, and we're gonna drive halfway, stay in a hotel, and then we'll drive the rest of the way back into BC the following day. So we've had a really good visit. We only swapped a few seeds this year, not as many as we did last year. I gave her some of my chocolate sprinkle cherry tomatoes that I saved the seeds from. I also gave her some rainbow blend tomato seeds, which is a variety of the Brandywine family of tomatoes. And I gave her, I got a kitchen blend basil. And that's 3 different types of basil. It has a Genovese basil and, I forget what the other 2 varieties. There was Genovese basil, a cinnamon basil, and a red something basil. 3 different types of basil. So I gave her a few seeds of that to let her try as well. But I'm going to finish pulling out some of these beets for her, and then I think that's all we're going to be doing in the garden. So I just wanted to give you a little look at what's happening in Saskatchewan in a Zone 3. We both pretty much have the same growing seasons, and we both love to garden, like to start our own seeds, to save some money on not having to buy as many plants, and she's getting into the vertical gardening as well. So she's really enjoying that, and she'd like to build up some more raised beds. She took me around, and she has a bunch of old aluminum siding. She would like to do up some raised beds using that aluminum siding, and she has some leftover wood as well from I guess it's a big shop that they had built. It's not really a Quonset, it's a pretty big shop that they have their machines that they store in over the winter time. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you liked this video. If you did, throw a like in there. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So thanks for joining me, and we will talk again soon. Bye for now.